Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Purse First, the only podcast exclusively about the girls and gays who rap. I am your rap girl auntie, Sesali, also known as Bad Fat Black Girl.
And I am your Uncle Pierre, also known as the King of Rap.
Okay, that's a very strong statement. Who you feeling like? Who you feeling like?
This weekend, I was hanging out with friends and TT was playing like music, like some of our music and stuff like that, new and old. And somebody in the room was like,
Freaky boy.
somebody in the room was like, oh my God, Pierre, you really are like Nicki's son. And I said, baby, we are peers. And they was like, oh, I said, I remember my first time on The Breakfast Club, Nicki Minaj's first time was the next day. They was like,
the stuff that comes out of your mouth is so insane. And that's why you like that lady. Like, I've put it together that is why you like that lady. Because what?
We are peers. I am not Lotto.
Okay. How was your week? How is everything? How is life?
Okay, it is good. Football season just started. What's up? Y'all know I play gay flag football, so finger broke.
Yes. Well, thank you for asking. My trip to Ibiza was amazing.
I was just about to ask that. I was about to get into a bunch of things with you. So start off with, is it called Ibiza? What country is this?
Ibiza is an island off of Spain.
Okay,
so it's one of the Balearic Islands, which are like Spanish islands. Okay, I think so some of them might be Greek too. Now, why would I see Rihanna? Rihanna been in LA 14 months pregnant.
Jesus
yeah, baby,
Christ.
That's a whole. Barbados is in the Caribbean.
So did you go for a wedding thing or something? Because
I was actually there for a bachelorette.
Right, that's what I mean.
My homegirl is getting married soon, and she
to a nigga
had. To a nigga. This is one of my straight friends. Unfortunately, I am an ally for the heterosexual community. I support y'all's daily struggles. So yeah, my homegirl got married. And here's the thing. Okay, I just want to say this to y'all. For folks who have never been to Europe and are considering it, Europe is racist. There is no other way to say it. And so I think that when you travel to Europe, and I also want to say that, because like, we live in a racist country as well. So I don't want to say that to like make folks feel like they shouldn't travel there. I've actually enjoyed a lot of the trips that I've taken to Europe. My hack is to not go to Europe with a big group of black women.
Black people.
Because they are, or a big group of black people. I think it's cute for like a solo trip, a vacation, maybe a group of 2 or 3 tops.
Because keep in mind, they hate Americans anyway. So you American and you a nigga.
Anyway. And that was what was so interesting about Ibiza in particular, because it's, like I said, it's an island off of Spain. So it's actually really hard to get to from the States. It like,
Wait, how y'all get there? Y'all took another plane or y'all took a boat?
Oh, I was on like 3 planes because I flew to DC, from DC to Barcelona, and then from Barcelona to Ibiza.
Oh, Barcelona, cheetah girl.
A lot of folks who are actually visiting Ibiza are actually tourists from just other European countries, because they can do a little weekend trip or a little 4 or 5 days. The flights aren't as expensive. The flights aren't as long. And so one thing that I noticed was that we are talking about a group of white folks who, one, probably don't even see the amount of black people that, white folks in major cities in the United States see. And also, when they see black folks, they have a very specific context for them. Those are black people who have immigrated from other countries. Those are black people who maybe work exclusively in like a service capacity or as like blue collar working class people. So
they not used to the girls to be there with their American Express saying, can I have all this?
On vacation at the same hotel as you, at the same restaurant as you, on the same boat as you. You know what I mean? And so, just the aesthetic. So I feel like everywhere we went, we were like a circus. And then also as a plus size black woman in general, every time I go to Europe, I have that experience, because they also I feel like Europeans just don't have a context for fatness in any way, shape, or form. So besides that, I had a great old time, baby. We were so drunk most of the time that out of there. I also would like to address the Ons controversy.
Wait, you an Ons? Oh my God.
No, I am not an Ons girl. I actually made a video. That was spread far and wide amongst the queer party community when I said that I was not Ons queer, and then I turned right around. It was in Ibiza. Onsing it down. Now, here is where I'm going to clarify what I mean. They are playing real house music over there, real dance music. What they are not doing is putting a techno mix over Glorilla or over Sexy Red. And that is what y'all irritate me doing here at these little parties that y'all be throwing at least in New York, where y'all advertise these parties as BIPOC and queer. And to make it that theme, you pick all of these like black artists and artists who make rap and hip hop, and then y'all put techno and dance over it. I cannot stand that. It truly gets my tits in a twirl. Makes me want to call my Uber and go home. And they were not doing that in Ibiza. I actually got to see Black Coffee, who is like a world-renowned South African black house DJ. Chicago people love Black Coffee because Chicago people love house music. And that was the other thing too. Y'all was trying to accuse me of like not liking house music, of not having a palate. Bitch, I am from Chicago.
House music and Ons music are two very, very different things. Please don't ever
I don't think that they're very, very different things, but house music originated in Chicago and is the foundation for Ons music.
Yeah, but Ons and house music, I know
house music is a little bit more techno. Yeah. Yes.
And I know house music and I know Ons music, and I can go all night with house music. I can't stand Ons.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had a good time. And then I spent a solo night in Barcelona. Just took myself out to dinner, decompressed before I came back to the States. It was cute. Europe was a cute girl. And I went back on my bullshit. And then I went to DC this weekend. And that was cute too. And yeah.
A friend of mine from Chicago, shout out to Arturo, he texted me and it was a video. The most random people always text me and it's pictures of you and them. I'm like, I wish this girl just sit down. Like, somebody is always finding Sesali in the wild.
And this was so funny because he was actually there with another friend of mine, and the friend introduced us, and he heard me say I was from Chicago.
He said all it took was Chicago.
And so that was all. And, we follow each other. We had so many mutual friends. I saw that you were one of the mutual friends. I was like, wait, do you know Pierre? He starts gushing about how he loves Pierre. He holds Pierre down because Pierre, real bitch, ain't never switched up. Pierre has always supported him, poured into him. Like, he had really, really such beautiful things to say about you, friend. So you should feel very special in that. But then I was like, yeah, do you know Pierre has a podcast, right? I don't think he realized it was me because I was like, Pierre has a podcast, right? He was like, do I? Yes. I was like, yeah, that's me. I'm his host. And he was like, oh my God. And then that's when he sent you the video and texted you. So yeah, shout out to Art. We had a time. We was at Trappy. I was at Trappy with the gays. Me and my boo was the only girls in it. Well, no, I was like 2 or 3 other girls, but yeah, we was in there with the gays last night in Harlem. It was a time.
Yeah, the Chicago punks hold me down, baby. We got a shout out and I didn't get the name. Do you remember? We got a shout out for from
Autostraddle.
Yes.
Autostraddle listed Purse First as one of the queer podcasts that the girls need to be listening to right now. And they're not lying. I mean, we were in very good company. Like, we were in company with some really dope queer podcasts. So shout out to Autostraddle for fucking with us. And on that note, make sure that y'all are fucking with us by subscribing to our Patreon. It's only $5 a month. Pro tip: sign up on like a computer or on like the actual Patreon website, because if you sign up via the app on Apple, they're gonna charge you a little extra fee. We know y'all trying to save y'all a little money. We are on YouTube. You can watch all of these episodes on YouTube at Purse First Show. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you are leaving us those ratings and reviews. Give us 5-star ratings on your podcast platform of choice. Write us a review. I actually wanted to read an email that we got from a listener. You can email us at pursefirstShow@gmail.com. Y'all can email us y'all thoughts, what y'all think about what we had to say. Watch your mouth. I'm going to advise y'all to watch your mouth with the emails, but you
What's that girl name who'll be writing? I forgot the name.
Yeah, it's a reviewer. I didn't like her tone. I'm still on her ass. I'm still trying to figure out who she is. But no, okay, so this email says, "Hi, Sesali and Pierre. Episode 72 was my first listen to the podcast, particularly because of Lil Nas X. Ironically, we are both from Austell/Atlanta. Austell, okay. I can only imagine the pressure of being a famous queer black boy from the South from a dysfunctional family with a mother who has a history of drug addiction issues / being unhoused. As a person with family ties to drug addiction and mental health issues, this topic hit close to home. Thank you for addressing Lil Nas X's situation with compassion and humor with the tidy whities and his mean walk. I will be coming back for more episodes, witty banter, and giggles. Also, Sesali, keep repping Georgia State. We see you. Hope you and Pierre are doing well and taking care of yourselves." That was from Gabby Arrington. We went to grad school together, and she sent the sweetest email. So y'all make sure that y'all are writing us, reviews and stuff, because we might read them and give y'all a shout out on here. So thank you, Gabby.
Oh my God, that was so sweet. That just made my morning.
I know. Okay, so we have some, let's talk about, I feel like, the meat of the show is in like headlines. So let's just talk about music drops real quick and get them out the way. I think obviously the most surprising one being Get.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, like Get, damn, like Get. That's the point of the song. Okay. Yes. Spice and Latto have dropped a song together called Get. Now they've dropped a video. It's WWE themed. Mm-hmm. They're on a full press run for it. We're going to talk about the VMAs later, but they were at the VMAs together. If you are a listener of the show, you know that this is weird because Ice Spice and Latto famously
have
beefed for all of 2022, 2023.
They have the biggest beef ever.
What did the girl say? Jesus walked on water. I got ice boiling, ho. Ooh.
And Latto said, "Bitch, get in the studio."
Latto had a tank top on that said, "Bitch, get in the booth."
And they got in the booth.
That was about that.
Together.
They got in a... Baby, let me tell you something. The recession indicators, they're all around us.
Nothing says your music, you need more fans than linking up with the hoes you can't stand.
The recession indicators are all around us. They said, we need something splashy. We need something that's going to get the girls going. We got to... They dropped a music video for it.
They've been going...
the music video, Pierre?
Yeah. What I will say is, because they've been going on this press tour or whatever, they've been on that boy streaming service that everybody stopped by. I can't stand him.
You don't like Casanat?
No, why would I like... I called you Sai. Cecily, why would I like... You watch that shit?
No, I don't watch it, but I don't dislike him. You said I cannot stand that boy. And I just think that is a very strong opinion to have about Casanat, who literally I feel like is so unproblematic.
That is not true. See, this is why you need to come back to the Twitter world. You have to come back to Twitter world.
Y'all make something out of nothing every day? No.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, these girls look good. Besides all that beef,
they do look so cute.
They look better. I'm like, they look better friends.
Yeah.
They look better friends.
So we're going to rate the bars for this for Patreon.
Child.
But I am just curious. Because I will say this for the main show. That's the best I ever heard Ice Spice rapping. I said, Latto must have wrote the verse for her. I've never heard Ice Spice deliver a verse like that. Have you?
She slid. Cecily, she is that girl.
Shut up, Pierre. Now you're trying to be funny. I think Ice Spice wrote that. I think Latto wrote the verse for Ice Spice on Get.
You think Latto wrote her verse?
I think so.
Okay.
The entire flow was
and Latto is a good writer.
Latto be writing for people.
Yeah,
I think Latto was like, "Come on, girl, let's do this. I'm gonna get you set." I definitely think Ice Spice contributed some of her own things. When we do our rate the bars for Patreon, I'll let you know which one of the parts of Latto's verse I think were hers versus. Of Ice Spice's verse that I think were hers versus that Latto wrote. But yeah, I think Latto was like, "Okay, girl, let me get us set up so that we can, do what we supposed to be doing." I'm not gonna hold you though. I kind of like the song. It was like, okay, it's fine. This is cute. Like, I liked it. I'm just surprised to see the
Yeah, another reason you need to get on Twitter, girl. You found out kind of late. It had already been the talk of the town. You tagged me. I'm like, girl, I'm already tweeting these hoes.
So what they were saying, so come on, Twitter correspondent, what they were saying on Twitter?
No, it was just when they dropped the promo. So they had dropped the song before they dropped the video. So a lot of people found out when the video dropped, but the song had already dropped. And people were just like living for it. When I heard the song, I actually liked the song. When I saw the video, I started disliking the song. I don't know why that happened.
I did not like the video either. And I actually felt like it was such a strong concept that just wasn't executed well, baby. I said, they didn't have no budget for this video.
It was too strong of a concept. But also, and even if they didn't have the budget, y'all rented out the boxing arena, the wrestling arena. Y'all could have did more with that. Y'all just shook ass.
Yeah, like why y'all ain't get some wrestlers in the video?
Why y'all didn't put on boxing gloves or something? Why y'all didn't have on leotards and wrestle? I would have loved to see them do that pose that Cardi B and Megan did, when they linked up with each other and
You're talking about scissoring? You're talking about when they were tribbing? Tribbing? Is that what you're talking about?
You know, I don't know nothing about that world. I know.
Pierre, you're talking about scissoring?
They was linked up with each other like that and like give us something.
They could have did some body or wrestling or something. You know, they could have played, especially since they clearly didn't want to abandon the sexy. I also think that would have been a great concept for a video. And I also think that would have been a great concept for a video, for them to have been completely unsexy, for them to wear like some 80s,
y'all 80s, natural like, hair with dirt on y'all face.
Big hair, like really like, crazy makeup like the wrestlers wear. Yeah, I just felt like the concept it almost felt like that neither one of them wanted to try. It was like, okay, come on, let's get pretty and do the video. But like, guys, come on. Give us something to work with.
I want to make this generalization, and I hope what's Ice Spice fans called?
Pierre, how would I know that? How would I know that?
Ice Spice just seems like, because Latto to me seems more like a girly girl, not a girly girl, a girl's girl. Ice Spice seems like she is hard to be friends with. Mm-hmm. It's like even in this
a Capricorn,
even in this like so-called squashing of the beef, it still looks like Ice Spice. Like Latto is all like, "Hey girl, you look cute," and Ice Spice is like, "You do too." And it's like,
yeah, Ice Spice. I've always said this, that Ice Spice look dead in the ass to me. I don't know what it is,
and maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I do think that because they both Capricorn, so I think that they're just two sides of a Capricorn coin.
She's just probably one of those girls, because I have a best friend like this where you got to get to know her.
Yes, you just have to get to know her. We're just gonna give her that. Cleo says that's not the case. I'm inclined to believe Cleo, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know the girl personally. Oh yeah, you know how you're never gonna forgive Doja Cat? Baby, I'm never gonna get over how Cleo was done.
I just don't forgive Doja Cat for the chat rooms.
We know, Pierre.
Oh.
We know. It's not breaking news.
But I do love Doja because I'm trying to get on the show.
Lizzo. First of all, you already know this is even when you try to dislike Doja Cat, you can't. This is a Doja stan account.
Yeah.
We're actually obsessed. Like, really, nobody is fucking with Doja. We're gonna talk about Doja in a bit too. Lizzo dropped a deluxe version of her little mixtape, and it just went too far into the teeny bop rap for me. Do you have thoughts? She said, "Put the podcast down, girl. Fuck you." I guess I don't know. We have to do the show. Shout out to Lizzo. Now, I want to make a very surprising recommendation before we move on. We did get a drop from a female rapper this week, Erica Banks. Listen, I don't want to hear it. Erica Banks dropped a little project. I think it's just like a little EP. I'm not going to hold you. I liked it. As y'all know, Erica Banks is still signed to 1501. So Erica Banks is actually, Erica Banks is still using a lot of those producers that Megan Thee Stallion works with very early in her career. So a lot of Erica Banks songs are still very much in the spirit of like trap music, still in the spirit of like it's just good female rap, like that kind of essence of what you kind of want to hear from female rap, that like little hood get you turned up. Honestly, this project is called Ain't Shit Stopped. I actually really like it. I gave it a little spin and I was like, oh yeah. some songs you can put on to work out to. They're gonna sound good in the car. If more people was tapped in with Erica Banks and what she had got going on, they would play them in the club. But unfortunately, she's not, that girl as of yet. And it's okay. She can probably get there. After post, I think she's like been doing more Love and Hip Hop, like reality stuff. But I'm happy to hear that she didn't abandon her music, because I actually liked what I heard.
I was just gonna say, I used to like Erica Banks.
Yeah, the listen, the Busted Challenge was a thing. Like, we cannot take that away from her. Now, speaking of not that girl, Pierre, you do it, because I can't.
While Sesali was on boats and yachts and enjoying her amazing time out the country, I had some terrible news to tell her. And I was like, how do I text my baby this? But I just had to text her because I know she was not online. She was not. And plus, it started on Twitter. So I know she didn't get this news. We talk about probably every single episode, and we want him on the show, and we want him to be a guest. Has went on to the Lord. We are talking about no one other than Roland Ray. Roland Ray.
Big Purrr has passed on. It gave dead this time. And I am truly heartbroken.
Yeah, it was like, I forgot I had videos where I met Roland Ray, and it was pretty terrible. Like, this is probably a huge, big tragedy to the Black queer community. Like,
yes.
And like on Twitter, people were saying so much of what Roland Ray has did so much. They were talking about when the George Floyd protests were happening, how Roland Ray was out there in his wheelchair, rolling up to the police, like protesting, and like, this was an icon, y'all.
Literally.
A real icon, and I am so sad. Like, it hurts so much. We've always, like, spectate, because he took a huge break from social media. We went from seeing him all the time to practically not seeing him at all. So I don't know what happened, and just prayers to the family.
Yeah. And just also, this is the one good thing about social media, is that we are able to really document the impact that people have made. And it really was beautiful to see, like, people creating like carousels and like memes of just all of the different Roland Ray moments. Like when Roland Ray got his Ivy Park from Beyonce, like, just like and Beyonce did send Roland Ray, to be clear. Beyonce sent Roland Ray to Ivy Park. Like, everybody knew who Roland Ray was. Do not ever play with him. Like,
and she wrote, I'm just checking on you like I always do. Beyonce is such a funny girl.
Like, like, Roland Ray really made an impact, did what he set out to do. And also, I'm sorry, that was some necessary visibility around Black people with disabilities.
Yeah.
And Black people who are differently able. I think that it is, I'm not going to hold you. Like, I think that it is very important that we see people like Roland Ray, that we see people like Shamar in different contexts and in different capacities. And I don't care that it starts off as a kiki ha for some of y'all. Those are people, those are human beings. They have talents, they have contributions, they have things to say and things to offer our community and the world. And that mattered to people. Like, there are 100% Black people in wheelchairs who needed to see Roland Ray do the things that Roland Ray was able to accomplish.
And not care. You think Roland Ray cared that he was in the wheelchair? Roland Ray did not care.
He would make it a part of the bit. It was like when he told
he had a TV
like
show.
She was not that girl. He pressed the button on his wheelchair so that it sounded like a flat line. Did this and held it for a long time. Popped back up and said, I had to then come back to life just to tell you still not that girl. That is an icon right there. May you rest in big peace.
Cardi B gave him a shout out and said he was an icon. Rest in peace. Roland Ray had beef with everybody. Bobby Light, Santana. Never forget that one of Santana's biggest songs is a diss to Roland Ray. It is.
I just hate when you bring it up.
Because it is.
Go ahead. Keep going.
He used to have his little arguments with Cardi. He used to have his little arguments with Nicki.
This show will still never pronounce Coi Leray's name correctly because we will only pronounce it Coi Ray.
Oh, because
that is how Roland Ray pronounced it in the middle of their beef because she was trying to steal Big Purrr from him. Remember when Roland Ray started that purr, and I remember she started saying purr, and then tried to do that thing that, like, you know, girls do sometimes where they take some shit from the gay boys. They took it, and Roland Ray said, no, you're not. That's where the Big Purrr came from, because he was like, I'm the big one, not the little one. Listen.
There has been an update on Lil Nas X case.
Yes.
Well, one, he got charged with 4 felonies.
Yes.
I don't know if we spoke on that, but his drug test came back clean, and they're saying that they think he just had a mental, it's a big word, psychosis or something. I don't know if
like
that's
a psychotic,
right. Psychotic breakdown. So he is being charged for 4 felonies, and there was no drugs involved apparently. So.
And that is very important.
That is very important.
To make clear. And just to set the record straight, he also posted a video. I don't know if you saw on his stories.
Did.
And, you know, in the video, he was kind of like, that was crazy. I'm going to be okay. You can tell he was definitely shaken up, and you can tell that shit has definitely gotten real for him.
Jail is not fun.
Jail is not fun. I don't think he expected it to go there, but that is, he did post, so he looks like he was home at that time, and he is out. So that's definitely something that we will be following because, you know, normally I wouldn't be worried. I would actually expect that those charges would be dropped, especially, you know, with the revelation that there were no drugs in the system and that it was just a mental health break. But as we've been talking about since we've been back this season, we are living in unprecedented times. And so I'm actually worried that they might try to make an example or throw the book at Lil Nas X, you know, and that is going to be really devastating, as well, especially for a situation where, you know, no one got hurt. Well, I mean, I guess we don't know what happened to the police officer, but they didn't report that like anything actually happened to the officer that he allegedly attacked. Mm-hmm. So
what?
They did?
Well, I think he got punched in the face. I don't know if he was injured or whatever, but apparently, yeah.
Okay. Well, I said what the fuck I said. Anyway, I hope they don't throw the book at him. Cardi also won her little case.
After winning her case for assault, allegedly.
Before she won, while the case was still going on, actually, before they even reached a decision.
Wait, you know what I'm about to say?
Yes. This is when it was still happening.
When she came out the courtroom? Okay, well, before she won her case for assault, she comes out the courtroom and reporters are there asking questions, and someone asks a particular questions about these niggas she's dating. I don't even want to bring them up because I purse first.
Doesn't matter.
She gets upset and she throws a pen at the reporter, which is...
Y'all know Cardi has excellent aim. Cardi ain't never missed nothing. She didn't try to throw at nobody. A shoe, a wig, a microphone,
bottle of water. And it's just like, everybody on Twitter was like, this baby ain't gonna learn. This baby ain't gonna learn. Cardi, please, control yourself. Control yourself.
A speaker. She threw the speaker at Riley. Like, Cardi gonna throw something, baby. You got to... She's so unserious. And we know this about her. And this, like, every time I feel like we're like, okay, no, Cardi is a pop star now. Cardi has made it to that point. She's not, baby, that old Cardi. She's still the same girl.
And when she won her case, she made this big speech about how y'all cannot keep trying to sue her because she will go to court and she will charge y'all for her legal fees. She will countersue. Mm-hmm. So leave her alone. That lady was sitting up there trying to sue her for $25 million, and Cardi never put her hands on that lady.
That's insane.
That is insane. She wanted Cardi to settle. She don't understand. Black people don't settle unless we do. Black people don't settle unless we did it, baby. You got to sue them white people. They don't have time for court. Yeah. They don't want their name.
Yeah, all of them head games and whatnot. Yeah, because baby, that's the other thing. You call Cardi at a great time. She got time to show up to court.
She got time to show up to court.
The album rollout is, it ain't that tightly scheduled this time around. So listen, she had the time. She won. She said, "Y'all not finna keep playing with me. Y'all not finna keep playing with my money." And I will say, I do feel Cardi. Cardi was like, I go to work and I work hard every day for my money. And also, Cardi has 3 children. A possible 4th. We don't know.
No. This is another thing.
Okay, what else you got from Twitter?
It's not Twitter. It's Cardi. Y'all know I've been riding the Cardi train lately, and then she pissed me off, right? So everybody's been talking about the speculation that Cardi is pregnant again. You clearly see.
Let's say this for ass last, actually. Purse first.
Okay.
We gonna get out that girl womb for a second. We gonna say that for ass last. Patrons, y'all tap in. Keep this update though.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Billboard I think they just released another list of best female rappers, and basically their big 3 ended up being, I can only imagine what what was happening with Twitter with this. And basically they said that the big 3 currently, and this is a current list, if we're really talking contemporary, not of all time, none of that, but their big 3 was Nicki, Cardi, and Megan Thee Stallion. And apparently Cardi had came out to make a statement defending her place on the list, which I really don't feel like she should have had to do. I feel like the only person whose spot is not secure on here, unfortunately, is Megan. And so people have been talking about, who are the options.
You think somebody else was supposed to replace Megan? I think this.
No. I don't think that's somebody else. I actually think that's the list. Period. I actually agree.
I
with them
literally
that
think this is the list.
That is
what
the list.
More?
However, I think that there were some people that were saying, I don't know, with Glorilla's, particularly I saw a clip from the Breakfast Club, where they were saying with Glorilla's run that she actually could maybe take that spot. I mean, I also think there's a very strong case for Doja Cat, but that.
But did you understand that the idiot at the Breakfast Club that was talking this said Glorilla can replace Nicki Minaj?
He did not say Glorilla could replace Nicki Minaj. He
said
that Glorilla has some hits that could go against Nicki's hits. He is always trying to be controversial in how he says things, but what he said was that Glorilla has some hits that you can stack them up against Nicki's hits. And I think, first of all, everybody was like, well, first of all, Glorilla don't even have 20 hits to go against Nicki Minaj for 20 hits, which is also very true. She hasn't, all of the counterpoints to what he was saying, she don't have the time, she don't have the catalog, are all true. I completely agree with that. Also, lyrically, there is no contest. But I think in terms of, we're talking about a current moment in rap, and we're talking about going bop for bop, I do agree with him that
even bop for bop,
Glorilla got some hits that I would if we was doing a verses and fuck of course, but it would be fun. It would be nice to listen to. Imagine fuck the club up. Imagine fuck the club up. Nicki's Fuck the Club Up coming on, and then that shit go into, it's 7 p.m. Friday. It's you get what I'm saying? I just think that but yeah, and I also think range wise, Glorilla don't have it yet. I don't think Glorilla has had enough of her, I think that Nicki Minaj's catalog is not only too much, it's bigger and longer, but I also think it's too diverse that I don't think that.
And why
I'm not disagreeing with y'all.
It's 2 other girls on this list. He should have started with them. I'm just saying he should have. Why he didn't compare Meg and Glow and Cardi and Glow to compare?
Okay, this is just Barb sensitivity. We're moving on, Pierre, because we're not going to do this. This is just Barb sensitivity.
I just thought that was insane. We understand y'all don't like each other, Charlamagne, but dang.
Yeah, I do think that Megan's spot is the one that's not secure. I think that Megan's consistency with Like, I definitely think that this is a conversation that's more suitable for Megan versus Glow instead of Nicki versus Glow. I would agree with you with that.
Yes.
So I think that Doja could be in a conversation, obviously, or Glorilla. Is there anybody else that you think that could be in a conversation of this big three with Nicki and Cardi?
You know, I really think when it comes to just like how people did Lizzo, I think people forget that Doja is a rapper, right? And not in a bad way. I just think she is this global, like, super pop star. So I think when Billboard and people do these stupid lists, I just really think they forget that Doja is a rapper. The same way I think people probably forget about Missy, and the same way people, like, because they're so, like, out of this world that when people think of female rappers, they only think of that gangsta bitch music, you know, that type of, like, only on hip hop beats. Where Doja, Doja don't give. You give Doja the ABC song and she go tear it up. Like, because she definitely should be on this list way before Cardi and Megan. Doja would easily be after Onika Tanya. And then I would probably put Cardi. But I just think people just sometimes, like I always forget, like, when I'm thinking of rappers, I'm just thinking about, you know, bitches that got it out the, you know, if you ain't get it out the mud, I'm like, if you ain't struggle, if you want eating oodles and noodles, like, I be forgetting that you a rapper. And that's just what, you know, Doja. But Doja is a better rapper than.
Yeah. And she does always rap. Doja Cat can give you a full pop album. Every last one of them songs is at least going to have an 8 if it ain't a full 16 on it. Like, every last one. So, just, you can't take that away from the girl. She be rapping.
That lady is nasty.
Now, this whole episode was supposed to be about the VMAs. We literally are recording. Like a day late because we was like, you know, we got to talk about the VMAs. But child, we could have just wrapped this up yesterday because I mean, the female rap presence just.
I mean, you talk about this all the time about how the industry is changing and how the presence of female rappers is just declining. And that was very visible at the VMAs yesterday. I was watching with friends. I kept writing stuff down. Everybody kept saying, is this for Purse First? Are you watching this for Purse First? Is this for Purse First? I'm like, yes. So every time a female rapper got on the screen or something, they're like, Pierre, Pierre, Pierre. But it was just like, where are they?
Wasn't that many moments.
We are talking about, we're coming from a year where they had nothing but female rappers performing. They had Onika Tanya hosting, Megan performing, Glow performing, Cardi performing. The whole VMAs was about female rap, and then, boom, nothing.
Doechii won 2 awards. She won for Best Hip Hop Video and Choreography for Anxiety, but Doechii wasn't even there. Who were the rap girls that you remember seeing? I have a list, but let me know if I'm missing somebody, Pierre.
Okay, starting with the red carpet before we even get to the show, I seen Sexy Red on the red carpet. I seen Glow on the red carpet. Somebody was saying Sister's on her way to Oz. She had on it. Whatever.
Yeah, the fashion was not given either.
Yeah, it was terrible. Yes, that was the red carpet. Do we start in order, or are we gonna go on this list?
Just who?
Because I remember the whole show in order.
Yeah, obviously, Spice and Latto were there. They actually presented together. They're doing a big promo for this song. So
for the old VMA girlies who remember Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston's moment where they come out and they stare at each other and they do that thing. Glotto. That's a cute name for Glorilla and Latto. That would be cute. Glotto. Ice Spice and Latto kind of remade that where they came out and just stared at each other but it didn't give Whitney and Mariah. But it was cute. Yeah, but they did that.
Yeah. So they're obviously winking at their little beef. Glorilla performed a Busta Rhymes tribute. Glorilla wasn't there to do like original music. Sexy Red, I felt like was just there catching the vibes. Doja Cat performed Jealous Type, the new song. Okay, we got to talk about that performance. But I also just want to mention Shenseea on the list. Shenseea is a Jamaican artist, but Shenseea is definitely a rapper. Y'all got to go listen to Shenseea Funk Flex freestyle. I don't be understanding patois and all of that all the time, but when I tell you Shenseea ate that freestyle up. And Shenseea fine as hell too. Her and Megan got a song together called, is it Lick? that Megan Thee Stallion and Shenseea got together and they in the video together, I was like, ooh, 2 Amtrak tickets, please. Anyway, Doja Cat's performance.
Doja, you will forever be that girl.
Because that was a low effort performance and it was still better than.
For those people who do not know, Doja Cat came up as a breakdancer. Doja's so weird. She is so me. Like, growing up, you would have
all over the place.
You would have saw me anywhere. You would have saw me in a drama club, in band, somewhere breakdancing. Doja Cat used to be a breakdancer. Doja Cat has not missed a move. I don't know if she still practices on her free time, but yesterday you could still see that this bitch is still a breakdancer. She tore this stage up, and I was like, all I kept thinking is Sesali is gonna like this, because you know we hate when the girls have to dance. Like we don't like you shouldn't have to dance, but if you go dance, bitch, dance. And
yeah,
she just.
And it was a very lip syncy performance until she started rapping, actually. I feel like her mic didn't get patched in until she did the rap verse. And I just felt like it was like very like 80s theme, like that kind of 80s workout, theme. And it was very simple. It wasn't a whole bunch of stuff going on stage. It was like a very simple set design with just like the colors. The dancers came out and that was just that on that. And she kind of went for that theme for like the whole. I feel like even her red carpet look was just like very like, 80s tacky.
This is her. That's the era she's staying in. Like during this album, that is like what she's staying in. And people are saying like they haven't seen this since Rihanna got stuck in but she is sticking to this era and it's cute.
Yeah. And I also, can I just say, I love an artist who knows how to and can become a completely different person for the different projects and I love that. And the icons do that. I'm so sorry. Like the icons do that. Beyonce has been in Platinum Blonde.
It's art.
The silvery blonde for Renaissance, and then the Southern Belle blonde for Cowboy Carter. Like she finna be dirty blonde for this rock album. How much you want? How much you want to bet? It's finna be black highlights underneath that blonde for this rock album. Gonna give Avril Lavigne.
Like you're an artist. Like if I had the money and the time and like free time, like my image will be recreated every 6 months. Like you're an artist. It's not just about the whole music. You got stylists, you got hair and makeup. Bitch, you will never see me look like this again if I had 1,000 people coming to my house every day and saying, what you want to look like today. Bitch, I'm going to look like Prince tomorrow, Luther Vandross on Friday.
That's what separates the girls that really do this from the girls that just do this. Like, I'm sorry, I have to give Doja Cat her 10s. I'm so excited for the album to come out. It's supposed to be later on this month on the 26th. She's going back to pop. I think I'm going to call it right now. Pierre is going to say that he hates it, but Pierre is going to have several songs that he listens to because Pierre actually is a pop princess. Pierre,
I am a pop girl.
Love all of Nicki Minaj
I love songs. Super Bass. I love Starships.
Pierre loves it. He loves it.
I'm a pop girl.
I think that the album is actually going to have to grow on me more than it's going to have to grow on Pierre. I think I'm going to love the rollout. I'm going to love the videos. I'm going to love the concepts. I think Pierre is going to be playing the album. So since there weren't as many like girls at the VMAs this year, there were like some moments that I just, like when we do this kind of erasure of like black women in hip hop and stuff, like there are just so many big cultural moments that we end up missing. And so I wanted to kind of ask Pierre, like, who did he kind of miss from like the VMA platform? And I want to start with one of the big categories for the VMAs is Song of the Summer. And to me, the fact that Wham Whammy was not even nominated is racist. It's anti-black. Yeah. I'm sorry. How is Wham Whammy not even
considered
in a conversation about a VMA? I mean, granted, it's Video Music Awards.
I was just going to say, did she have a video?
The video wasn't all of that. There was a video for it, but it's like still, like Wham Whammy was song. That category though is Song of the Summer, and there is a video for that song. So like, how was Wham Whammy just not even in there? That was crazy to me.
Loser.
I think Mona Leo would be a great VMA girl.
I would love to see all the first of all, Cardi album is coming out next.
Yes, Cardi, girl, you were supposed to run the VMAs.
Why aren't you hosting? Why aren't you presenting? Glorilla even present. I'm starting to think people put Glorilla up to hear her accent. They, you know, it's a running thing on how Glorilla says music, and she got up there and she presented the award. I forgot who she presented, but she was like, "His music, we really love his music," and I'm like, that's all they did that for. But Cardi was missing from the VMAs, and she has an album coming out.
Yeah, that's crazy. And to the same tune, I was surprised Lizzo wasn't there because, you know, Lizzo been promoting the, you know, the mixtapes and all of that. Also a mixtape whose main single was a remix of what? Wim Wimmy. Y'all know y'all didn't heard that damn song.
The VMAs need to come back to LA.
Do you think that's what it is?
I think that's what it is. I just realized that. The VMAs need to come back to LA.
I just think that the kids is just white again. I don't like.
Girl, white,
think that
Korean,
we are unfortunately making,
baby, we are some K-pop. Baby, everybody that accepted the award and got on that stage last night was Asian.
Yeah. I think the black girls have just, you know, had our, you know, they said y'all have had y'all time, but it's okay. I would not panic because they're going to run out of ideas. And where are they going to go to get them? Anyways, well, but then again, I can't even say that real confidently because, you know, we have to stop trying to, I feel like we set ourselves up for this a little bit. This is just like taking a step back. This ain't even just about female rap. This is about like black girl and black women's culture over the past few years. I do feel like one of the downsides of like the popularity of like that level up and like soft girl shit is that we actually started to like emulate like rich white moms of three. Like, baby, I don't know why y'all want to be in Lululemon. Like, y'all finna pick y'all kids up from soccer. Like, I never understood that in particular. And I do think that we lost our grip on culture when we did that. And, you know, we just relied on our previous contributions. I think we lost our grip on culture when we did that because, like, why? Like, that would, like, no. Anyway, yeah, in terms of girls who I just think, like, when they get to this platform, they're going to eat it up. Mona Leo and Tia Korean. Mona Leo always eats a video down. Mona Leo has still been releasing music consistently. Mona Leo done dropped like 3 singles this year. And I also love Tia Korean. You know who Tia Korean is? Mm-hmm. Pierre.
Uncle
Pierre.
Yeah,
like I think, yeah, that, cause whenever I got to ask you about somebody you don't know, I have to call you Uncle Pierre.
All the girls.
So yeah.
I'll be scared to root for, you know, like the underground girlies because they just get pregnant. You know, I'm still disappointed that.
Well, I don't think
Tia
Tia Korean is going to do that because Tia Korean was a teen mom. Tia Korean already got a baby. She like Rico Nasty. So she like, no, I did that before I got famous. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it.
You know, I was expecting Flo Milli to be this, you know, big pop star. I'm so mad because Flo Milli, I was Flo Milli crazy. And I think like, I don't know if I'll ever hear new music from her, but we'll see.
We just talked about a new Flo Milli song. You just didn't like it.
I'm talking about a new music, new album.
A perfect person. She just dropped new music last year, Pierre. We were gonna nominate her for album of the year because she dropped Fine Ho Stay. You Can Stay. That was like the 3rd installment of her Ho As You Hear.
Okay.
But I do get what you mean though. She haven't had a moment as big as when she first came out, and I feel you. I get you.
It's because of them niggas.
I'm with you. Okay, I'm with you. Now, Pierre, take us to ass last. Because in addition to you telling me about what they were saying about what Cardi was saying about the pregnancy or whatever, we got to talk about Young Thug calling Glorilla ugly.
The nerve of niggas. Like, I just do not understand the audacity.
She finna get his ass next. Baby, Megan is going but one by one to the people who's playing in her face with that Tory Lane shit. I can't wait to get updates on that. Take us out of here.
Okay, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to Patreon to hear what we was just talking about on Ass Last and all this exclusive stuff that we record just for y'all. Come on over to Patreon. It's even more juicier. Make sure y'all leave us rating and reviews. We read every single thing. Send us emails. We love to hear from y'all. We love to hear, like, y'all are our co-host. Sesali hates. Y'all are our third
Pierre,
co-host.
what's our email, Pierre?
The purrsfirst@gmail.com.
There is no the. I don't know why ghetto black people want to put
I'm
the.
Uncle Pierre. We going to the Walmart.
Email us at purrsfirstshow@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at purrsfirstshow. Follow me on Instagram at badfatblackgirl. And follow Pierre on Instagram and Twitter because he won't let it go at Prince Charming P. And make sure y'all go check out Patreon to hear us rate the bars on Ice Spice and Latto's new single, Yeah.